Hey, 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 hey. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I really like standing up when I speak. And so I've been like trying to find spots for my comp to go. This feels good. I want to thank my friend Jess on Instagram so much for this topic, diligent joy. Wow, what a powerful topic. When I think of being diligent, I think of being committed. I think of being focused, determined, holding myself accountable, and joy. I mean, I think joy is pretty self explanatory. I feel safe when I'm in joy. I feel alive when I'm in joy. I feel in purpose when I'm in joy. And it also feels so flattering. And I just I feel honored that Jess would suggest this topic. Because for me, that means that they experience me as diligently joyful in some regard. And I see myself as diligently joyful. So I love this. Um, I feel called to preface this with sharing that I was not always like this. I was not always so diligently joyful. I didn't have as much access to joy in my past as I do now. And for me, cultivating my access to the energy of joy. What's up, John? I see you in the comments. Yo, yes, we're joyful today. I see my access to joy as something that has been focused on and committed to. And I think that in order for me personally to step into a space where I'm diligently joyful, I have really had to let go of a victim mentality and the benefits that victimhood brought me. For me, the benefits that victimhood brought me were feeling like I was being taken care of, feeling like I had a permission slip to lean on people, that feeling like I didn't have to catch myself if I was slipping, like I would have a safety net. But something that I've realized as I've let go of my identity and my subconscious identity as a victim and stepped into a space of joy and the vibration, the actual experience of joy as being a priority in my life, I've realized that I am my own safety net. I catch myself, my vibration, my practices catch me. And not only that, I never actually had to give up my friends and my family and my community as being a safety net for me as well. In fact, the more I've been expressing my joy publicly and just embodying it in my own life, the more my friendships have been growing to support me. The better my friends and acquaintances feel around me, the more I have to offer them. And so naturally, like the flow of energy goes, they have more to offer me. And it's reciprocal, it's mutual, it's consensual energy sharing, energy flow. So, how do I cultivate this diligence in my joy? I literally have practices that I do every day and they catch me. And I recognize that as a human being and someone who, yes, I do identify with humanness, although I also identify with being extraterrestrial and from another space and another species, if you will. Um, this humanness, this journey, it goes up and down like this. And I actually think that all journeys do, no matter what time, space, dimension we are in, because wave particles and light particles go like this, right? So naturally, so does my heart. So does my heart. So does my energy. I go up and down. And something that I have been really tapping into, actually, even just in the past few weeks, more powerfully than I can remember, is holding myself when I'm feeling low, holding myself when I'm feeling low, and observing the experience of maybe sadness or fear or anxiety, and not holding it as absolute, holding it like I will hold a little child, be like, babe, you're feeling kind of low. What can I get for you? Do you want some cookies and milk? Because I can make that for you. Do you want to get in the sunlight? We have that accessible. Holding space for myself when I'm feeling low and not making it something that is sticking with me or sticking onto me, not making it a part of my identity, not making it, oh, it's a bad day. Oh, it's a tough week. This is just a moment. in my life that I'm experiencing. And for me, being able to have that relationship to the low feelings makes me feel joyful much more often. It's like when I get to just see my low moods for what they are and go into them and process them, maybe have a good cry. Like I was sobbing in my pillow the other night. And it felt so good. And I knew it wasn't sticky, like it wasn't a sticky feeling. It was just flowing through me. And I held space. I was a steward of that energy of sadness and grief. For me, it wasn't crippling, right? And it's so exciting for me because the tears that I was clearing from my body were the tears of chest dysphoria that I've dealt with my whole life. And finally, now that I'm listening deeply to my body, I know who I am. I know the body that I want to be presented in this lifetime. And I know that I can do that for myself. For me, the fear of transitioning did not hold me back from transitioning, right? It's the same thing for anyone. The fear of holding the truth of how our bodies feel, for me, that was not so frightening that I did not look at it. For me, I was like, I can get through anything because I hold myself. So as I came to terms with the fact that I wanted to get top surgery, it cleared space for me to be able to actually experience all the grief that I've held of having my chest be this way for the first 28 years of my life, right? Or from whenever I hit puberty. I allowed myself to feel that grief, knowing that I'm now at the finish line where in a couple weeks, my procedure will be done. So listening deeply to my body enabled me to shift my life experience so that I was holding myself in the most optimal way. And because I knew that I caught myself and I was holding myself in that optimal way, I had space to be able to feel the depth of the feelings that I was feeling. And from there, that cleared out more gunk, more space, so that day to day now I have more flow, more freedom. There's less baggage. I let the baggage go. Our natural state is joy. Our natural state is excitement. Like, look at this place. Wow. The earth is so gorgeous. It's so fun. We have free will. We get to hold and create things. We get to see things with our minds that our hearts desire and intend towards their creation. And part of intending is taking action, right? We get to take action to create what we desire in our lives. Oh, for me, I just love that. It's such a joy and an honor to be on earth. And I used to feel sad. I used to feel sad that I was here and not in the angelic realm where it seems like it's so much easier. But now I feel so grateful to get to have this 3D experience, to get to experience my 5 senses, right? To get to experience and watch this beautiful storyline of clear morphe and get to take part in it, to get to intend things I want to happen on the storyline and vision towards them and feel into them even before they've happened in 3D, get to feel into what I want to experience as though it's already here and flow into that. Like for me, it's just miracles on miracles to be here. So for me, coming back to this focus of diligent joy, joy is my focus every day. Dink, dink. Joy is my focus. Joy is my focus every day. And that's allowed to be yours too. It's allowed to be yours too. For me, I cultivated practices, and I do still. Affirmations, gratitude, mirror work, listening to those affirmations, dancing, going for walks, exercising, eating well, drinking water. You've heard them. We've heard them. Sleeping well. We've heard these. But I prioritize them in my life now. And I pray. I pray to my highest self from all dimensions, all timelines, because they hear me. I pray to my guides. What's up, owl? Hear that owl? I love hearing owls in the daytime. I cultivate these practices and I do them. And that is how my joy is diligent, because we can access the vibration of joy if we actually want to. And again, coming out of a victim mentality and a victim identity into an identity where I'm allowed to feel joy and have everything that I want and all the love that I want, starting with me. It's just been a beautiful process, a beautiful practice. It starts with me. It starts here in my room in the mornings. I feel into the vibration of joy, and I have access to that. It's a touch point in my day, it's a touch point in my life. And in the evening, I come back and I reflect. How were you today, my love? How were you? I love you. I love you. I'm so proud of you. I see you growing. I see you being more and more fearless, which is to say, I see you not allowing your fear to dictate your actions or to dictate your perspective of yourself. Courage, compassion, these are things that I cultivate, and they give me so much joy. Wow, what a great topic. Again, Jess, for suggesting Diligent Joy on my Instagram story. If you guys want to hear anything else in particular, then please pop it in the comments below. Also, please know that I do one-on-one transformation coaching. So if you want to dive into this in your own life and want a guide and support and feel resonant with me, please hit me up in my DMs and we can talk about how I can support and love on you specifically. It's such a passion of mine to get to do that. Such an honor. All right, my friends. Well, I am out feeling crystal clear, clear as day. And I hope you are too. Woo! Sending you love, okay? Bye.